Howdy folks, how's everybody doing today? Well, thanks for popping on in here today. We just carry on from yesterday there. Yesterday was dropping these two spruce trees that were back there. So already got her cleaned up here. So got all the branches all piled up. Bunch of there's a bunch from about a week ago. I was doing some cutting too. That's piled there, so it's piling up big. I got to get this stuff burned, and we got amazing weather here the last couple weeks or so. It's like flipping spring out, like really weird. I'm working in a t-shirt every day, and which this time of year we're usually like the average temp is like January, February. You're looking at between minus 20, minus 30, or even colder. So, and right now I think today we're around 0 or even like plus 1, plus 2 maybe, which is crazy. Really not the norm. A lot of the old timers too, you hear the old timers mentioning that they've never seen mild temps like this in all their years living here. I'm not from here. I don't know, like I grew up out west in British Columbia. Our winters are pretty mild out there, so being here in Thunder Bay, Ontario area, northern Ontario, it's really kind of central Ontario. It gets cold. Winters are long, pretty much like half the year. 6 months a year you could easily say is winter. It really is. So anyway, we're ready to skid these logs out here, so that's what we're gonna do. We got our Betty Buck here ready to pull, and we get these logs cleaned up and maybe get some more cutting done today. We'll see, but probably, it's so nice out here, I'm gonna get burning some of these branches. So yeah, clean up. I mean, cutting, you know, it's kind of the easy part, labor wise anyway. Clean up is always, anyone knows, dealing with trees and that, it's heavy work, and clean up is huge. So, you know, if you run a tree service or whatever, the ground guys know, like, that's not an easy job, you know, wrangling these twisted up branches, and they're heavy, and you're reaching and tweaking and, you know, dragging. It's not easy work for sure. So you know, the guy up the tree kind of, in a sense, has labor wise the easiest job for sure. Obviously you got to be skilled at what you're doing up there and know what you're doing, and all that, but sort of labor wise, yeah, the ground guys are, hats off to them for sure. It's a lot of heavy work for sure. So anyway, let's get this stuff pulled out and stacked up, and we'll take it from there. Folks, I'm just gonna cut in here for a minute. These skidding cones, they are invaluable for skidding out your own logs. As you see, pretty good shot here, kind of going through this wasteland with a bunch of little snags everywhere, and there's a bunch of stuff underneath the snow there too. I mean, it's deep, and then there's a bunch of like little charred up logs that had burnt and stuff, and you see how it was just nosing straight to that tree there, and it just pushed right past it. So yeah, I just can't say enough about those things. Like they make this quite pain-free, because I've done skidding without before I had that cone in the past, and you know, there's a few swear words to be had, frustrations for sure, right? The logs are heavy, and they're nose diving and jamming up on stuff. It just makes for not a very enjoyable time. So this definitely helps make it more of an enjoyable process. Folks, so that's it for the getting out the logs there. So we got them all skidded out. We're kind of running out of daylight here. I had to go do a few other things here, but yeah, so logs are gone. And they are over at the cache storage here, where they're going to stay for the rest of the winter here until spring. So here's our cache. So yeah, we're getting some good logs there. We'll get some good lumber boards out of that, and got a lot of stuff to build around here. So as soon as we can get the mill going there in spring, I'm going to start cutting stuff up, making boards, and building stuff. So we got a little bit of light here. I got a lot of the branches and debris in that, so I'm hoping, I'm rushing against daylight here, but I'm hoping to get some of this burned up and create some room, because we got to get, you know, if we're going to move on, I got to kind of burn this stuff, get it out of the way, and keep moving back in here and harvesting what I can the rest of the winter here. So we got amazing weather, like it's crazy. The conditions we're having, you can actually get out and get things done, and so got to take advantage of it. So anyway, thanks for checking out this vid here, and like, subscribe, all that stuff. Comments, questions, anything you got, I'm more than happy to answer anything. So till next time.